and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, how you doing this evening? I am in the studio with my boy Duval. We're gonna talk some WNBA basketball. But before I do anything, please guys, when you come into this building and watch this video, hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to me. Give me a subscription. I will greatly appreciate it. I got my boy Duval in here. How you doing today, Duval?
Maintaining on Saturday. That's the only thing I could do. Maintaining on a Saturday.
It is Saturday, and we want some likes and some subs, Duval. We want some likes and some subs. But we're going to talk about the Dallas Wings. They out here, they out here making some moves, Duval.
Mm-hmm.
They 1-11. I mean, yeah. I know everybody know we Chicago Sky fans, but the Dallas Wings is another team that's been struggling after they acquired Paige, number 1 overall pick. They are 1-11, and they are out here making moves. This tweet says it's official. The Dallas Wings have acquired center Li Yueru from the Seattle Storm in exchange for 2 future draft selections. So the Wings will receive Li Yueru, and the Storm will receive Dallas 2026 second-round pick, which includes the right to swap with Connecticut, Dallas's 2027 third-round pick, which includes the right to swap with Indiana. Duval, what you think about Dallas out here making moves? Because you know they also temporarily suspended Teaira McCowan because she's going overseas to play in some play in a tournament, which a lot of the international players are going to be playing in later on this month. But what do you think about the Dallas Wings making this move to get Li Yueru?
Yeah, I think Teaira McCowan is playing in the EuroLeague Cup, which is good for her. I think Dallas is trying to legitimately find a big man because the big man that they have was underperforming. So Li Yueru, they're gonna see what they have there. You know, say it's a low cost move. So like I said, they're not losing much. Maybe there's some upside there because she couldn't play with the staff of Easy McAboy and like I said, NECA, and then you got the number 2 draft pick this year, Malonga. You know what I'm saying? It's only so many bodies that could go around. And so if
she wanted more time.
Yeah, because her country said they had aspiration of her playing a bigger role. So they obviously believe in her talent.
Right.
And let's also not forget this, and I know this is a sidebar to the conversation when it comes to her, but I believe that's the woman that they said Lexi Brown was mean to because she couldn't speak English properly.
That's what they say allegedly.
Yeah. So she needed to get out of that environment. So she needed to go somewhere and where she can have a fresh start, fresh beginning. She would have a good 7 to 10 games to really show what she could do. And she'd be successful. Maybe they just waive Teaira McCowan and just move on because Teaira McCowan is a hothead. She is somebody that has maturity issues, and the Dallas Wings probably put up with it because they have better options. But if you have better options, sometimes production don't meet with tolerance. So if your tolerance is high, your production better be high. If your production is low and your tolerance is high, they'll rather just move on from you.
I agree.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what they do when it comes to Yuri, see how they use her. If she's successful, that could be the end of Teaira McCown's and see where her career is headed and see if she could get the wake-up call that she might need to be the player that people envision when it comes to her talent and upside.
Right. Because she is a 6'7" player in the post, but she hasn't lived up to what her potential, what they drafted her to be. She hasn't lived up to that. Not at her size. She should be dominating. Let's just be real. But sometimes Teaira McCowan gets in her own head. We call her crash out for a reason. She gets upset. She leaves the huddle. I think that was the first game. She only played like 4 minutes. She got mad and left right when the coach was still talking to them. So yeah, I don't think this is a bad thing for the Wings. One thing I would say, at least the Wings are trying to make moves to improve their team. I mean, unfortunately, Duvall, it came with a casualty. Kayla Charles, which I believe was playing the wing for them, they waived her to get Li Yueru on this roster because Teaira McCowan's contract has just been suspended. She's gonna come back, but
yes,
yeah, it still had to end up with a casualty for Kayla Charles.
I wish her the best. And what Kayla Charles has in her favor is when that 2026 CBA agreement comes about, they going to demand that they go from 12 roster spots to 15.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 extra spots per team. That's if you got what at that point you'll have 16 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at
Yes.
that point. So that's talking about like no, not 16 teams because they got 13 now, so it'll be 15 teams. So you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about 45 extra players.
Right.
So big picture, say it'll be somebody like a Kayla Charles that could maybe make a roster on the back end. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
like even like a lot of second rounders that get drafted those drafts. Maybe they have a better chance to make rosters now because they
Yeah.
have more roster spots. Unfortunately, they don't have that this year. It's only 12 spots, and this is a very competitive league where the best of the best plays. So if
Yeah.
you're not producing, unfortunately, you're going to be on the sideline. I mean, it was no different than what's the girl name? Was it Diamond the Shields
Yes.
that went all the way to Connecticut
And they
and
cut
got
her.
and got like a apartment and everything? They cut her. She had to get an Uber. I
Yeah.
said it's a tough business.
It's a tough business. And the trip part about the thing about Dallas is they had a glaring need. Well, we've talked about this. They had a glaring need in the post. They got Alyssa Smith down there. They got Maisha Hines Allen, and they got Teaira McCowan, but they still was struggling in the post for post play. That's why they made this move, like we say, to get Li Yueru. They had to make room for her, so Kayla Charles had to go. And Teaira McCowan, in my opinion, like you said, Duvall, in my opinion, she don't want Li Yueru to completely outplay her because her career could be on the downside. Because if they can get production out of her, because Li Yueru is another 6'7" body.
Yes.
That they can use. So she might be on the move. This team the Dallas Wings have a lot of issues, y'all, because the Dallas Wings got a coach that Curt Miller hired. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know if he's still in the same boat as what's going on in Chicago, but he's close because I don't know if he's losing the locker room to a certain extent because some of his veterans are starting to verbally go back at him at the end of games. I'll show y'all. That's why I think Dallas is very active in trying to make some moves. But him and Djonai Duvall.
Djonai Carrington and Crystal Plannis having a conversation. This crowd making some noise.
Jackie Young has put this team on her back. Yeah. In this fourth quarter, she has a total of 26 points.
Man.
Out. With 105 remaining.
Look at her face.
Djonai Carrington and Crystal Plannis having a conversation.
Okay, this is from last night, guys. This is from last night. They blew like a 12 or 13-point lead in the fourth quarter. The Aces end up pulling out the game. Djonai Carrington got like 5 fouls within a 5-minute time span in that fourth quarter. And the 6th one would have put her out of the game. And looks like to me she's imploring her coach to challenge the foul I've heard through the grapevine other people was imploring him to challenge the foul. He ultimately decided not to challenge it. Thus, she got fouled out, and the Wings end up losing to the Aces. Duvall. Even though the Wings are making moves and they look like they're trying to correct this 1-11 start, we've seen visibly this coach, which we affectionately call Man Bun, has had words with Teaira McCowan. He's having words with Djonai Carrington. He lost Teaira. They lost Teaira Harris, I think, to a knee injury. And in the midst of all this, he's got Arike and he's got Paige, who's a overall number 1 pick, and they still 1-11. Do you think Man Bun and lost the locker room?
I'm gonna talk like Djonai, and I'm gonna speak Ebonics to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
What he was saying to Man Bun, man, fuck this coach. That what he was saying to him. Man, this coach ain't shit. That's what she was saying. Because like I said, you see it in her face. She fed up. She wanna be Ryan Seacrest eyes. You know what I'm saying? Man, get me out of here. You know what I'm saying? Man Bun don't know what he's doing. He don't want to challenge no foul calls. He playing Arike and Paige. He don't have no system for both of them to thrive. You said like Man Bun just like he probably just put his application in on LinkedIn and luckily got a job. That's how she looking at it. She said this ain't no real coach, because imagine if you Djonai and I just played for a real coach last year, it's Stephanie White, somebody that's well respected, somebody that has a great basketball IQ, that's having Indiana playing well for the most part when Caitlin's playing. And then I get Man Bun. Man, say that's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's like going for Ruth Chris to, like, you know what I'm saying, Outback Steakhouse. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
And Duvall, she fouled out. She entered the fourth quarter, like you said, with no fouls. And in the final 5 minutes of that game last night, she fouled out. She fouled out with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. She picked up all 6 of her fouls. And he didn't challenge not one of them. And I think by the last one, she had enough. Like, challenge this call, sir. And he's looking at her like, I'm not going to challenge it.
You see how she's standing over him like that? She want to take her finger and push it right in his forehead. Just mush him. She want to mush him so bad. I know she want to mush him. And you know when you don't respect somebody, you just mush their ass, just mush them real good in the face. You know what I'm saying? It just like she wants to swing on him. She wants to literally swing on him. She wants to slap the crap out of him. And I ain't advocating violence. At least not for the Dallas Mavericks. Now, my team, I want Camilla to elbow somebody in the nose. I want Angel Reese to punch somebody in the face. But with the Dallas Mavericks, I'm not advocating for violence. I'm just tell you how she feeling. She feel like she want to take that arm sleeve and slap the crap out of him with the face with it. That just the lack of respect they really have for this individual.
And Paul, look at Arike like, I'm not part of this.
Yeah. No, Arike put her juggle on what you call it, Zuli, where you put your house on sale. So she already have her juggle on Zuli. She know she out of there. They know who the franchise player is. She know she finna be out there. She like, hey, I'm already out. You know what I'm saying? DJ, you deal with this. I don't know what you gonna do, but you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm already peace out the door. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna mind my business. I'm just gonna do me. Right. I'm gonna do me, player. I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping on Djonai. It's Arike here. I'm just gonna do me. I know I'm gone. You know, they got me on the block. You know what I'm saying? But you might be here, so you might want to work this out. You and your girlfriend. Y'all might want to work this out. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all might be here together, y'all might not. But in case y'all here together, you work it out. I got my house on Zillow because I know I'm out of here.
Hold on, Duvall. Before we get up out of here in this recording, what do you think Baby Paige is thinking? Because I'm gonna tell you, Baby Paige went down there to the pool and got Djonai out the pool. They say she had some spirits. And Baby Paige was like, okay, Djonai, it's time to go to bed. I know it's been rough, but stick with me. But I'm just trying to, let's go to bed. What you think Baby Paige is thinking about while she going through all this her rookie season?
She thinking a couple of things. First of all, this one I ain't want to bring my ass here. And all this dysfunctional shit I got to deal with. I ain't want to go to Dallas. I wanted LA to get that number 1 pick. I wanted to be in LA or at least in DC because that was her 2 teams that she wanted to go to. Mm-hmm. Secondly, what she thinking? Damn, if I gotta go through this shit, at least let my girlfriend be here next year. You know what I'm saying?
You think AZ Fudd gonna help?
Nah, it gonna help the chemistry. That's all she care about. If I'm gonna lose, let me have a good time. Goddamn it, that's how she feeling.
But do you think Man Bun survives?
No, he out of there. You can't survive when the players don't respect you. That's like an NBA too. Everybody knows the rule is if the star player don't respect you, you're gone. Mm-hmm. The star player ain't respect. The star player didn't respect Christy Sides. We know who the star player is. She gone. Mm-hmm. Now the other star player loved their coach. They sabotaged her, but that's another story for another day.
It is.
But normally, when the star player don't love the coach, the star player get the coach out of there. Because they always going to pick the player over the coach. The coach is replaceable.
Yeah,
the star player and the box office and the money and all that, that's not replaceable. And so I don't think Paige respects him no more than Arike, Djonai, you know what I'm saying, Teaira McCowan, Crash Out, and Alyssa Smith. I don't think none of them respect him. So if that's the case, Curt Miller know, hey, I might have got to fire him, put Nola Henry in there. Now we know that Nola Henry got the respect of the players. She had the respect of players that are around her, especially somebody like, you know what I'm saying, Djonai, who probably talked to Angel a lot. And Angel probably swears by her, hey, I F with her, you know what I'm saying? She
it's not blocking, but she got it together.
Yeah.
But Man Bun, I don't know if he gonna be able to get it together.
Nah, he ain't gonna get it together. So they might just end up giving it to Nola Henry. And that could probably salvage some of those free agents. That might could salvage the Djonai. Might not. Djonai might be out of there anyway. But that's their best chance because one thing about Nola Henry, she's a great offensive mind. We learned that in our rival. We seen her draw plays. We seen her have offensive creativity where Angel and a lot of those players got open shots. So we don't have to question her offensive acumen. We don't have to question how she relates to the players because once she got Angel together, we know that those players love and respect her. Angel talked to her to this day. Angel swear by her, tweets about her to this very day, and she got her own goddamn coach. She tweeted about Nola Henry, then she tweeted about her own motherfucking coach. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I know it's a pre-recorded. I just got a little excited there. You know, me and Angel Reese, we tight like that. Now I don't know, you know what I'm saying, sexual love, nothing like that. Just that's my favorite player. I ain't gonna apologize to nobody. But the fact of the matter is, Nola Henry has that woman's respect. Nola Henry got those players on the road respect. That's why they won. They play hard for Nola Henry. So if they want to salvage that team and salvage Paige and her happiness or unhappiness, I don't know, with that situation, I will put Nola Henry in that spot and allow Nola Henry to create a foundation where players will want to come to Dallas so they can build a situation where Dallas can win. Well,
I tell you one thing. We about to get up out of here. Guys, and I'm gonna tell you this one thing before we end this video. One thing is for sure. Arike Ogunbowale is out.
Yeah, she on Zillow. She got a house on Zillow. Djonai might be out too. Her and the girlfriend. They'll package deal.
Djonai was actually still trying to explain stuff. Arike was like, girl, why you even wasting your time with that right there?
You see how high her hand is? She look like she want to slap the shit out of him. She look like she want to slap the shit out of him. Pow! Ran him across the face. Ran to kiss her, just like they say in the cartoons. Ran to kiss her. Pow, right in the face. She fed up with the coach. She fed up with him.
I mean, to get 6 fouls in 5 minutes is just got to be in the Guinness Book of Records, Devon.
Yeah, it is. But because I thought now if it would have happened to a certain person,
I thought you was tripping. I was like, what?
Nah, I'm telling you, if that same scenario would have happened to a certain person, they would say the game was rigged.
Yeah.
I remember then when I thought a situation was rigged. I'm gonna be honest. I know we gotta get out of here, but I'm gonna be honest. I remember when what was the Rose played the Owls,
Mm-hmm.
and Angel was shutting the MVP of this year down, like lock her in a headlock, and then that third quarter came. All of a sudden, Angel got 4 fouls in like 1 minute.
I remember that. Yeah.
They got Angel out the game because they were leading. They'll lead by 6 when they got Angel out the game. Next thing you know, they went on a 16-0 run and they couldn't recover. And that's the only time I ever thought, okay, this game was rigged. They won, you know what I'm saying, the owner's wife to win.
But now you see it can happen. Look at Djonai face. Now you see it can happen, Devon.
Because I seen it on Robin. I was like, oh, this rigged. Because they wanted the owner's wife to win. Because the owner's wife was getting shut down and put in the chokehold. So they said the neutralize this, get her 4 fouls in 1 minute so she can have to sit down. So I don't know.
Let me tell you this, and then we gonna go. Let me tell you at the minute mark, she got one at the 4:47 mark. Mm-hmm. She got the second one at 3:40. Mm-hmm. She got the third one at 1:53. Mm-hmm. She got the fourth one at 1:11. Mm-hmm. She got the fifth one at 13 seconds left. She got the sixth one at 6 seconds left.
Goddamn. See, let me tell you something, Djonai. This is when you know you're not important. See, this is when you wish you was a Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese. Because that would happen to one of those two. See, Captain Engelbert would come see you personally. When that racial stuff was going on, when they thought Angel was getting, the monkey noise and whatnot, who we seen in that day come to Chicago? Captain Engelbert. Because they important. Djonai, you not important. You're a role player, and that's okay. You don't bring no money. So that's why that can happen to you, and it's just a little spot on Twitter. See, if it would have happened to the big dog, Captain Engelbert would have brought her ass to one of them facilities to see about them because, like I said, they bring in money. So you know what? The lesson on day is, Djonai, get your brand up, get your game up. Because if you do that, you know what I'm saying, we'll feel like you're important too. We got to be out. Close it out, Lakeisha.
We out. Thank you, Devon. We out.